Hello guys, and welcome back to DaSpoofy's gaming channel. And today we are showcasing a very special Pokemon in UU, and it's actually Stunfisk. And people overlook this obviously because it's PU and it looks retarded. But it's actually very viable, and I'll show you why. The moves that I like to use for it is lefties, because I want to keep it alive. It doesn't really have any good recovery outside of rest, but I do put rest on it because the goal is to keep it alive so it can switch into things that hit it physically. And that being said, we are just going to max out defense and HP. I always put 32 and then put the rest in speed just in case there's something else slow out there that I need to outspeed, which I might not even, but still. Let's put some bold nature, right? Yep. And then earth power, discharge, because you gotta keep the paralyzed going around. That's the whole purpose of this thing. And scald, because it's the best move in the game. Alright, so why is this viable? Well, first off, discharge has a 30% chance of paralyzing, and to get something paralyzed could mean a win condition for your team. Earth power hits Jirachi very well. And Scald hits stuff for 30% burn. If it's a special attacker, if it's coming in and you need something status, it's great. It also learns Stealth Rock, so if you want to have it as a lead, you can get rid of rest and just try to keep it alive. Only switch it in to the physical attackers. Plus, if it's a lead, leads like to U-turn out, and while they U-turn, they can get paralyzed through the static. And that's the whole purpose of this thing. I went searching around on Cerebi to find something with static with decent defenses that can take on Jirachi, even Beedrill. Beedrill's Poison Jab does like 30% after adaptability, and the U-turn does around 50. It's 2-hit KO'd by X-Scissor, but it also has 30% chance and another 30% chance to paralyze, which could mean a win condition for your team. And a paralyzed Beedrill is no Beedrill at all. So I actually pulled up the damage calculator, and as you can see, any of Choice Scarf Jirachi's moves aren't doing anything, and all these have a 30% chance of paralyzing the Jirachi, and if it's Choice Scarf, that's great. Ice Punch is kind of the irregular. It's the best thing it can hit Stunfisk with, I think, and it only does 31 at max, which is great. You always have to be weary of that the freezing though, but if you have Scald, then it's no problem. I put Zen Headbutt on there too, because sometimes you see it and it does better than Iron Head for damage, and it still only does 25 at max. The U-turn does nothing, as you can see, and then you get a paralyzed Jirachi and you have a win condition, because no longer are you threatened by Iron Head flinching, because its speed is junk now. Let's switch over to Beedrill. Beedrill is very common right now. Can I do Mega? Mega Beedrill. I don't know what's going on. Apparently there's no Mega Beedrill. Okay, let's switch over to Crobat then. You use support. I'll show you the choice band too. It does nothing, as I said, and I can discharge and predict the roost as well and go for earth power if I wish, which has happened before, and it's very helpful. One thing that counters this pretty well is Rotom Heat, and those things counter a lot of things really well, because it's just got great typing and the best ability for its typing. Scald does some damage to it. I think it's only like 30%, because this thing isn't a special hitter. It's pretty much just a wall. It's there to lie around and support. And the reason I'm pulling up these Pokemon so much is because, as you can see, Jirachi is #1 in UU right now. Actually, this is a little old, but still, it's #1. It's used on 1 out of every 4 teams, and that's crazy. Hydreigon actually gets U-turn too. And if the guy keeps using U-turn and you're forced to switch out because you can't take the move, you can go to Stunfisk. You can take some special moves and risk it. And if he U-turns out, then he has a chance of getting paralyzed. Zygarde is no longer here. We don't have to worry about him. Otherwise, I don't think you learned an ice move. I don't know. This thing could not hold up against Zygarde. Crobat, as you can see, is number 4. Used on 1 out of every 5 or 6 teams. It's very useful. People use all the time. The best players usually use Crobat because it's just so helpful. Swampert, it can't touch, obviously, so you'll have to have another grass type or something to counter if you're going to use Stunfisk on your team. Fortress, you can get paralyzed, you can use Earth Power on it, you can do whatever you want. Beedrill, as I said, physical attacker, get it paralyzed. Mienshao, that's really good because it has U-turn and fake out, so you can switch on to the fake outs, the U-turns, try to get it paralyzed. That's great. Last physical attacker here is Crocodile, and you can't really touch it. As you can see, ground is pretty prevalent in UU right now, so you might want to run a bulky grass type with this Stunfisk. I'd say Tangrowth, even though this is already physically defensive. Tangrowth needs to be physically defensive because, as you can see, Crocodile and Mienshao and Swamperts are running around, and they're all physical attack. And then your special attacker, I always choose Empoleon. I think Empoleon is great. Great typing, can take a lot of special hits. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you consider Stunfisk from now on because it is very great. You can run a lot of things on it. It even gets foul play, which is kind of nice. I don't know how that'd be useful. Infestation can be useful. That's me first, but it's really slow. Pain Split as well. You can use Pain Split instead of Rest, which wouldn't be bad. Maybe you want to run Rocky Helmet instead of Rest and then run Pain Split to get all the HP back. So that's cool. Yep, like, comment, subscribe, and check out my Twitter at DaSpoofy Gaming, and I'll see you guys all next time.